Hi guys, and welcome back to the SN Studio for another Horus Heresy battle report. We have another guest for you. His name is Steve Horn, and he has come all the way from England with his beautiful Raven Guard. Now, if you are a regular on the channel, you might have seen that we have still not have the Raven Guard on any of our battle reports. So it is a first, not only for yourselves, but for us here in SN. Beautiful army, as you can see, and it is led by none other than Corax. Yes, we have a Primarch in today's battle report on the battlefield and ready to smash the World Eaters, which I will be commanding. No Primarch on my side, but I do have the mighty and powerful Khan the Bloody. I have a really different list. I have a lot of close combat and also some really good shooty power, which I love and enjoy to play with. As for the mission, we are playing Sudden Strike from the Siege of Chthoniya or the Better Garment book because Games Workshop decided to copy-paste exactly the same missions onto the other. So Games Workshop, if you are watching, please give us new missions. We are always excited to play them. So let's see, hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next book, we shall see some new missions. Anyway, as you can see behind me, we have the spectacular battlefield. We have a war-torn, jungle-themed ruined city, which looks absolutely spectacular. When you include these two armies as well, we are sure to have a very immersive and impressive battle for you guys at home. With that said, let's check out the Raven Guard first, with Steve coming up next.
Hi, my name's Steve. I'm bringing Raven Guard today, and I'm going to be running Decapitation Strike Rites of War. Decapitation Strike Rites of War gives me a 5+ Shroud if I deep strike. It gives me +2 victory points if I slay the Warlords, and it also gives me preferred enemy independent character. I've brought 3 HQs with me today, the first of which is my Chaplain. He's equipped with the Corvid Pattern Jump Pack. Corvid Pattern Jump Pack adds an additional 2 inches on top of the movement of the jump pack, so for a total of 14 inches. He's armed with a master-crafted Power Spear. I would like to give him a Thunder Hammer, but since the FAQ, he now has to have a spear. He'll be joining a Dark Fury squad later on. My second HQ is a Primus Medicae. He also has a Corvid Pattern Jump Pack, and he does have a Thunder Hammer. He'll also be joining the Dark Furies. For my third and final HQ, I have a Cataphractii Primus Medicae, and he's equipped with a Thunder Hammer. He's also equipped with a Grenade Harness because the unit that he's joining, the Deliverers, can't take a Grenade Harness, but they would definitely benefit from it. And next up, we have the Elites. I have one Elite's Choice, which is a unit of 10 Deliverers. This is the Raven Guard Special Terminator unit. They have Battle Hardened as part of their special rules. They have 2 Multi-Meltas. Those characters are equipped with Chainfists as well. I have 2 Ablative Wounds, which is Combi-Bolters and Power Spears. And then I have 6 models, one of which is the Chieftain, and they are armed with Raven's Talons. If you don't know what Raven's Talons do, they're like Lightning Claws, but hyped up. So they rend on a 5+ as opposed to a 6+. They are awesome. And now on to troops. I have a 10-man tactical squad. They have no upgrades at all. They are just there to capture objectives. I didn't want to spend any extra points on them as I didn't really feel it's worth it. I have 2 assault squads, the first of which, the Sergeant is equipped with Artificer armor and has a Power Fist. And there are 2 Power Axes buried in the units. The second assault squad, the Sergeant is armed with a Charnable Glaive. And there are 2 Power Lances buried in the units. And for my fourth and final troops choice, I have a 5-man reconnaissance squad. They are equipped with Nemesis Bolters. One is upgraded to carry an Augury Scanner, and another is carrying a Nuncio Box. Next, we're on to heavy support. I have 1 single heavy support choice, as Decapitation Strike only allows 1 heavy support choice. This is a Spartan Land Raider. It has been upgraded with Twin-Link las cannons in the hull and a flare shield. The Deliverers will be riding around in that. And then next up, we're on to the fast attack. I have 2 identically equipped land speeder javelins. They are both individual choices, but they are equipped with 2 las cannons and a Multi-Melta each. And the third and final fast attack choice is my Dark Fury squad, which no Raven Guard player should leave home without. It's a 10-man squad. And with that, you can upgrade to have 3 sergeant equivalents. So I've done that. And to top off the list, we have Corax himself. He's giving the right of war Decapitation Strike to the army, but he's also a mobile blender. Over the course of No Retreat, he has taken down Fulgrim, 2 Demon Sovereigns, and an Archdemon, along with a number of other models.
So here we go again with the 12th Legion, the World Eaters, my personal favorite traitor legion, and probably the only one that I like to actually play. My Rite of War is the Berserker Assault, a brutal Rite of War, which I enjoy playing on the battlefield, giving me a +2 to runs, +2 to charges, but I do have to charge the closest enemy unit, which there is a couple of tricks to it, and doesn't come into play that much if you are quite tactical with it. And yes, we shall be moving on to HQs. Leading it all as my warlord, we have Khan the Bloody. The name says it all. He is a boss when it comes to close combat, but I am fighting a Primarch, so I am pretty worried about getting stuck into Corax if I need to. Then we move on to elites. We have an Apothecarium detachment of 2 apothecaries, chain swords and artificer armor upgrades because I did have the points. Then we move on to 2 Contemptor dreadnoughts, both of them equipped at exactly the same. They have Gravis power fists with inbuilt plasma blasters and Gravis las cannons as well, so for some long range shooting power. Then lastly, the Red Butchers. Probably the most coolest World Eater looking units, but probably the worst statistically and with the rules as well. So we're bringing a smaller unit, a unit of 5, no dedicated transport. They will be just running up the field and hoping to get their power axes and Chainfists stuck into that black armor. So yes, the Devourer has the dual Chainfist, whilst the rest have power axes. Then we move on to troop choices. We have 2 units of Rampagers, 2 units of 10. They are in the troop slots because of this Rite of War, and I have a mix of weapons. Probably the best weapons that I can take. We have Artificer armor on the Sergeant. We have 7 wielding Phalanx blades. We have 2 wielding the very cool Excoriator chain axes. And then my Sergeant is wielding the Meteor hammer. They do have a dedicated transport of a Land Raider Proteus, with obviously the standard loadout of the twin heavy bolter and the Sponson las cannons. Both of them also have the dedicated transport, are exactly the same with the upgrades. Lastly, we move on to 2 further tactical squads. They are the only units that have lines, so they're very important to me, and probably my apothecaries will be attached to them. I have a mix of upgrades here. So the Sergeant has a Power Fist with Artificer armor. The squad has a Vexilia, and all the unit is upgraded to chain swords just because they're modeled with them. And then we move on to fast attack. Again, because of this Rite of War, we have Predator squadrons moving into the fast attack. They're 2 separate, they're not a squadron, and they have Gravis las cannons and Sponson las cannons. Those are blades as well because of Wizardwig, so I've paid the points for that. And again, a good units to have at the back and having some long range firepower. Lastly, finishing off my list, back on the table and back on the list, it is the Kratos tank. So I have paid the points for a flare shield, and then the remaining guns are all Volkites. So we've got the big turret gun that has 12 Volkite shots. We have the smaller 5 shots on each of the sponsons, and then the even smaller Volkites, which grant me an extra 6 shots. So I won't bore you with the specific names of Volkite, but everything is high strength, from a strength 6 to a strength 7. A lot of shots, and obviously the deflagrate rule for all of its guns. So that is my list. 15 points under, but sadly I didn't have any further upgrades to add, which I'm a bit sad about because obviously I want to hit that 3,000 point mark, but we're still excited. We have the Raven Guard for the very first time here at the SN Studio. So that's it with the list. You've seen the battlefield. Let's get stuck in, and that's coming right up.
The World Eaters poured across the city streets, hacking and slashing at anything that moved. Unfettered by reason, as the bloodlust drove them into a frenzy of slaughter. Bloody chain axes held high, the traitor berserkers ran in an organized mob, seeking only destruction. A sudden blur of shadow raced between the press and World Eaters, with several of them dropping stone dead to the ground, inexplicably. There were no enemies among them, yet their blood rage was such that they would not stop to discover the fates of their kin as they sought out more opponents to slay. As they continued, more bodies dropped, their armor and flesh torn to pieces, seemingly by a ferocious animal. By the time they had reached their quarry, a lone legionnaire stood before them, clad in black, smoke billowing out of their jetpack and blood dripping from their twin talons. The Raven Guard smirked. "Found me, have you, sons of Angron? I have been with you the whole time."
The armies are deployed, the battlefield is ready, and we are ready for war. Steve, all the way from England, with his beautiful Raven Guard. The first time the Raven Guard are on the channel in Horus Heresy 2.0. What a privilege, isn't it, Steve? Representing the Raven Guard.
I feel special.
You feel special. You are special. We are playing Sudden Strike mission, and there is 6 objectives on the table. Let's quickly show you where the objectives are. I want strategic advantage, so I actually chose the first one, placed down the first one, and chose sides and all the other goodness that strategic advantage gives. So we've got one just in front of Steve there, one just behind, so they can't be within 12 inches, and they can't be 6 inches from the table edges, and they have to be in the middle ground. They can't be in our deployment zone. So we, as you can see, we are playing hammer and anvil. So we've got another one there. We're using Steve's glorious objectives. Where are these from, Steve?
It was a Kickstarter a few years ago from Awakened Realms.
Awakened Realms, okay. So, and then I think we've got one in here, don't we?
One in there.
We do have one in there. So that's the 6 objectives. Basically, a brief on this mission, if you haven't played it. At the end of our player turns, we score an objective if we have it, but if we want to score it, that objective is banished. And we can't score on turn 1, but we can score after that. So, interesting mission. I haven't played this one in a long time, so I'm excited. Now, let's go on to deployment. Let's go through for the World Eaters first. Quick tactical deployment. Basically, I've moved up the field as much as possible. I only have 2 line units, 2 scoring units for this mission. So they are actually quite important to me, and this is why I have attached the apothecaries to them and not the rampagers. As you can see, I've deployed in perfect World Eater fashion. My tanks are at the back to give cover fire, and all my troops are ready to move up the ground onto the objectives and have a fight with the black armored marines on the other side. Now, as for Khan, he is on this Land Raider, so closest to the camera is the Land Raider that Khan is. Let's take a look at the Raven Guard. You do have things in reserve. Shall we start with that?
Yep, so I've got an Assault Squad in Deep Strike Reserve.
Okay.
Because scoring happens later on in the mission,
yes,
it felt more important to survivability for the unit, so
definitely.
Deep Striking in gives them a chance to survive. I've also got my 2 individual Javelins who are coming in from outflank, and I have placed the marker down here.
Yep, perfect.
As for my normal deployment, I've got an Assault Squad towards the back. They'll make their way forward. There's no point in deploying them forward because you can't score turn 1 anyway. I originally had my Spartan here hiding the Dark Furies, and then I remembered, as part of the Deliverer special rules, they cannot deploy within 18 inches of Korax. So I've moved it around to this flank instead. They can join up later on in the battle, they just can't deploy within 18 inches of each other. I've infiltrated a tactical squad here. Hopefully they're hidden enough to survive till turn 2. If they're not, I've got the assault squad to back them up.
Yeah. How many line scoring units do you have?
I've got 4 in total, but they're really fragile.
Okay. So you're doubling me, but I've got apothecary. So
Yeah.
it's like more or less even. Okay. And then we've got Corax himself with his big units just ready to rampage up. Not rampage. I'm rampaging. You're not.
And then finally, I've got a recon squad up here.
top,
Let's try and pop some noggins first.
It looks really cool. There we go. Focusing in. Perfect. And by the way, Steve, you won a highly commended pin with that Land Raider. How does that feel?
Well, I still haven't gotten over it. I was shocked when my name was...
Where's your pin? You should be wearing it every single day.
I've actually got it in my pocket, right?
I think we need to wear it. So we'll do that. We'll do that now. Perfect. So I'm going first as it stands. Oh, there it is. Look beautiful. Show it to the camera. Beautiful. These are very, very difficult to get. So, yeah, Stevie has one. Okay, so do you want to steal the initiative?
Yes, I will. I've got one of these handy dice.
Okay,
dice.
no night fighting from me. So this is the I Just Stole dice, which we will have on sale very soon on the shop. Basically, if you see an SN logo, don't celebrate if you're Raven Guard, because it's not a 6. We need to look for the I Just Stole text. All the rest of the sides are an SN logo. Good luck, Steve, for the Raven Guard. Shall we get turn 1?
Let's go.
With no night fighting as well. I can't see it.
It was
he just stole. Okay, perfect. So the Raven Guard will be going first. Coming up next. Okay, we are back. Turn 1 for the stealing of the initiative, Raven Guard. And they've moved up the fields, which I like. The closer they get, the better, the happier the World Eaters gets.
So get that close.
Steve, you've got your badge now. I'm happy now. See, your pin. Take us through your movement, sir.
So for movement, I've moved the assault squad forward slightly.
Okay.
Because the objective is underneath this Spartan
which I
here,
can see.
as a backup in case they die. Spartan has trundled forward 7 inches. I want to be able to fire this turn.
Yep.
If it gets destroyed, having battle hardened 1, the Terminators inside aren't at risk of being instantly killed.
I do have a little las. I actually took some las cannons off.
Yes.
4 shots less. But yeah, battle hardens does save them from those tasty las cannons, which is pretty good.
And there's the Primus Medicae in there as well. So if that explodes, I'm not really that worried. Yeah. I've moved Corax and his buddies forwards because although World Eaters like us being closer, you're going to find out you don't want to be close to that unit. That is all I've moved this turn.
Okay, so quick movement there. Quite maybe aggressive on one side, but still making good use of terrain, which I like. There is some shooting, so let's get some dice ready and go into the shooting. Okay, here we go. We've got the tacticals firing into, I guess it's
going to be the tactical squad.
Okay,
to thin those out.
Hunting down the tactical squad, which is pretty smart. Obviously, it is one of my only 2 line. They haven't moved because obviously they infiltrated up. So Fury of the Legion it is. 2 shots each, 20 shots coming in hot, hitting on 3s. There we go.
Remove the misses. That's a very good.
Oh, I see some rainbow dice there. I'm happy.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
And I've got World Eater dice there as well.
There we go.
Just to make it.
That's an insult to me. You can't kill me with my own dice.
That's the one that's going to kill me.
Okay, and there's a 2 there. 2 there. Yeah. And then now we are looking for those tasty 4s to wound.
So that's not as good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 armor saves.
6 armor saves. Okay, so I do have Artificer armor, so it's quite important. I wouldn't really do Artificer armor right now, just because I do have some points invested with the Power Fist and stuff. But at this point, they're so I need to survive with those. So let's start with Artificer armor. SN rules can only do as many as your initiative. So here we go. 2 up saves, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. That is all passed, and then we've got some 3 ups here, which I pass as well. Okay, here we go. Next up, we've got some sniper shots.
Some sniper shots, 5 shots.
Going into same unit?
Same unit.
Perfect.
And I'm going to need 3s to hit again.
Okay. Here we go, so
That's
4
not
hits.
bad.
That's
4
not bad
hits.
at all.
And these are precision as well.
Yes.
So let's see what I need. 3s, but 5s rend.
Yep, that's the ones you're looking for.
So I've got 2 wounds and a rend.
Oh, rend. Okay.
The rend, I'd like to take on the sergeant.
Feel no pain. That is, he doesn't feel the pain.
And then it might as well take
2 on him as well. You can choose, right? Because they have
Vexilla, sergeant.
Okay, so Vexilla, 3 up save. And Sergeant, ooh, Artificer Armour. Now I do have Feel No Pain. If not, he's dead. He's dead.
Awesome.
Cracking shot there. Okay, so my Sergeant has a Power Fist, which is you.
And I need
First
to get
death. First death. And the pinning because of the sniper rule. And they're fast.
Right.
Perfect. And then to finish off the shooting phase, we've got the Spartan.
Spartan is going to shoot into the Land Raider.
Okay, so I will shroud. 5 shots, twin linked.
Yep. Looking to freeze.
Okay, twin link, thank you.
Twin link. I've got a superstition. I never use the same dice.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. And
see, that's
4
why.
hits.
And then I'm going to need 5 to glance.
5 to glance, yes, sir.
With Sunder.
With Sunder, thankfully.
4 different dice.
Okay, there we go. And that is why.
Oh, that is why you roll different
dice. So 2 pens, 2 glances. Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to do the 2 pens, if you don't mind first. 5 ups. Pass both.
Ooh.
And 2 glances. Go through. Okay, nothing I can do there. 2 hull points down, taking it down to 3. I'm happy I passed my penetrating rolls anyway.
Yeah.
That finishes off your turn 1, Steve.
That does, yep, no charging.
Perfect. So on to the World Eaters turn 1, coming up next. Okay, we're back, and the World Eaters have moved up the field into the center location, really. So fighting off for those objectives is quite important. I know there's a lot of very brutal units that will cause havoc, especially against my Contemptors. These rending claws are great against Contemptors because they auto wound on 5s and 6s, make it an AP2 as well, so they do crumble against these claws. But we are playing World Eaters, we need to be as aggressive as I can, and I think this mission actually, you do have to do that and fight for the middle ground as early on as possible, especially when those objectives start disappearing. So, moved up the field with most of my units. I have stayed back with my tactical squad here and just run with my other tactical squad onto the other objective on Stevie's flank. And apart from that, all my vehicles have shuffled or moved into line of sight to start shooting at Corax's unit. I want to thin it down as much as possible so I can actually start hopefully firing some las cannons into Corax on later turns. That is my movement. Let's get some dice ready and go into the shooting phase. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off with my Kratos. Now, I'm going to shoot at this unit. You have said off camera that you're going to use your special reaction movement, which makes you gain 4 up and move your initiative as well.
Yeah, move my initiative in any direction.
Okay.
If you lose line of sight or I go out of range, you lose your shots. You don't get.
Perfect. So I think we need to do that first.
Yeah.
So we'll quickly do that off camera. And then we're going to start the shooting phase, but I think it was important that you guys at home saw what was actually happening. Okay, we moved and we've done it precisely so that I can't see any. So basically the wind is blocking everything basically on that front. So that model now basically can't shoot, which makes me really sad. So we move on to the las cannons next. We're going to start off with Mr. Contemptor here, who has a plasma blaster as well. I'm going to shoot the plasma blaster first. That is 2 hits. And 2 wounds, please, at AP2. No AP2, because it's 4 up.
4 up, isn't it? Yeah.
So normal saves.
So I'll take this on one of my 3+ saves because it's got very mixed armour in there.
Yep.
2 fails, but I do have a Primus Medicae in there.
Yes, perfect.
Those dice aren't being rolled again.
And are they 2 wounds each?
Yes, that's 2 wounds each.
Okay, so 1 wound. Perfect. And then we've got the 2 las cannons hitting on 2s. And 2 wounds.
2
AP2.
wounds. I will take these on Corax.
Okay, perfect.
4 up in Vuns.
One goes
And
through.
he also has
The Feel No
Shrouded
Pain.
4+.
Oh, the Shrouded from the,
he has a natural 4+ Shrouded anyway.
Lovely, perfect. Okay, moving on to the Predator then. It's 4 shots, no twin links here. So hitting on 3s, 1 miss, and choose to wound. That is 3 further wounds, please.
Okay, so I'm going to remove the guy that was wounded.
Okay.
And it was 2 more, wasn't it?
2 more, yes.
2 more. So an important note on removing the guy that's been wounded is Dark Fury's got mixed weapon skill. Majority is 4 usually. The number of characters that I've added into the unit means that now that I've removed a model, I'm majority weapon skill 5, which against a Contemptor is a big deal.
Yeah. Okay, so you will be removing...
that one over there.
Okay, this one here.
And then I'll take 2 more on Corax.
Okay, 2 more on Corax. That is 2 misses.
Not going to roll those 2 dice again.
4 up speed, 4 up shrouding.
Shrouded.
Okay, so he's
one
lost a
wound,
wound.
Corax.
He bleeds. Okay. Next up, we shall do this las cannon into them. I can't see with that one, so he'll shoot at the Spartan, and my heavy bolter will shoot at the closest infantry unit, which is just in front there. So, starting with heavy bolter, twin linked, and 3s to wound. That is 4 wounds on the tactical marines.
No Artificer armor, so it's
Okay.
just 3 ups.
3 ups saved, yeah. And that is 2 deaths.
Raven Guard infantry have a natural shrouded 6+.
Lovely.
If they're further than 8 inches away from the model shooting.
Okay, cool. So
Which
that
did
is
no good.
6 up, you
6
said,
up,
right?
natural, yeah.
Okay, so 2 are slain, you can choose. And then I'm going to do my 2 shots into the Spartan. 1 hit, and looking for 6s because of flare shields. And then the other 2 are going into Corex's units, which is 1 hit and 1 wound.
Again, Corax.
Okay.
4 up.
And he passes. Okay, next up, I'm going to check some line of sight on the rest of the units. I do know that Contemptor can actually see, but we'll check the other Predator and the other Land Raider. Coming back in a second. We're back, check line of sight. So we've got Predator firing into them. One of the las cannons can't see, and the rest can see. So it's 3 shots into Corex's units, and that is 2 misses, and a 2 up is 1 wound.
Again, I'll take this on Corax.
Yep, 4 up followed by 4 up. That's a pass. And then one of the las cannons I have to actually shoot at this tactical marine because basically there's nothing else I can see, which is a hit and a wound. You do have a 6 up shrouded.
I've got cover save as well.
Oh, cover save, yeah. 5 up followed by 6. 6 up, 5 up followed by 6 up.
No, so 5 up. No.
Followed by
And
6 up.
6 up. No.
No, so 1 more is perished. And then we shall shoot this Land Raider. And basically, I've got one of the sponsons and the heavy bolter into the tactical marines here. And basically, you can't see any of the units. And then the other one's going to go into the Spartan here. So 2 shots into the Spartan, 1 hit, and nothing there. And then 2 into the 2 misses with the las cannons, and twin linked. These are going into the tactical marines. 3s to wound. That is 2 wounds.
So we've got 3 ups. Yep.
Perfect. Good. And then we've got 2 las cannon shots into Corex's unit from the Contemptor on the other side, which is 2 hits and no wounds. Okay, that finishes off my shooting phase. No charges, obviously. There could have been a potential charge from the Contemptor because of my Rite of War, but I fired at something else, so basically can't do anything else. You've put some dice out. What's this for?
They've taken 25%
Oh, yeah.
casualties, so I need to take a break test.
Okay.
Sergeant's still alive, so it's on an 8.
Lovely. That is a 5,
That's
6,
an
7, 8. So the sergeant has survived. And yep, perfect. And that finishes off my turn 1. Quick turn from both of us. It will get tastier next turn, especially when these guys getting so close to Contemptor. We shall move on to turn 2, coming up next.
Hello, you beautiful SN Plus community. It's DC here, and I've got a little bit of an update for you. If you are watching this video and you are all up to date with everything that's going on with us, then you should be fine. But if you're tuning in and you're thinking, why am I watching this video? Then this may be helpful to you. As part of the big move for SN, where we are moving to Horus Heresy as a sole game platform on the channel, and again, you should have watched the big changes to the channel update, which we put out for free on YouTube. If you haven't, pause the video, go and check that out first, and you'll be up to speed to this point. But with those changes, we are making a streamlined enhancements to SN Plus, which is the YouTube membership tiers you will see where you get your little shield icons from. Now, we had many, and they were a bit confusing. We've now streamlined them down. You may be on one of those tiers that could be disappearing soon. If you let that expire, then you won't be able to get access to SN Plus, which will make us sad, make you sad, and make everybody sad. So what we would like you to do is to check out what level of tier you are on. You can see on our tiers, you have being removed soon, or words to that effect, as the tier that is obviously temporarily being phased out. If you want to change your tier and you are in one of those, then there is an icon in the top corner, a little cog icon like the Mechanicum. That cog will allow you to change your tier. and access the other ones. We're going to have a standard Horus Heresy Battle Report tier, which is the no frills, no fuss. If you just want your extra Battle Report content, you go there. And then we have ourselves a full access tier. That's a little bit more support for us because we're going to be doing extra content and videos, including one recently such as Jose's absolutely gorgeous Raven Guard army showcase. And that's the kind of content you'll be seeing on full access. A lot more behind the scenes, a lot more reviews, and everything in between. Also, if you're feeling extra supportive and frisky, then we have, of course, the SN Plus Legends tier, which a few of you Legends have jumped up on, which we were super appreciative of, and that gets you all the other stuff you get on top of that, but also helps us build the channel, build more armies, everything else. We absolutely love our Legends, of course, because they are really helping us push the channel further and further. And last but not least, we have launched a brand new global WhatsApp community page. It's a little bit like our old Discord, but a lot more access. We're in there a lot more because we tend to, as a team, use WhatsApp a lot more. And we've got a growing community in there. It's been absolutely amazing on the launch. So thank you everyone who's jumped in and is chatting away in each of the channels there. But you can get access to that through Patreon. Any Patreon level gets you access to that. But on top of that, our Patreons also get access to other perks, which you can see on the Patreon page, which there'll probably be a link below, which Pardo will put into the description. So check that out. So, quick reminder again, if you are on one of the older tiers, make sure you are moved over to the brand new ones, which we'll see when you hit the cog button and you'll see the different levels. But a final reminder as well, you cannot change those through your app. So if you're on the app now and you're thinking, DC, it's not working, that's because you have to go into a browser of some kind. If you don't have a browser, go to the local library. Very helpful. Anyway, hope you're all good. Hope you're enjoying the content, and I will speak to you all very, very soon.
Okay, we have some friends to play around with, or maybe, I think this time they're going to play around with us, but we'll see how that goes. So, Steve, take us through your movement phase.
The Dark Furies have moved forward. They're going to have a Dreadnought for lunch.
Okay.
The Land Raider Spartan has trundled forward.
Yep.
It's disgorged its deadly cargo.
Yep.
They're going to make sure that that doesn't exist anymore. That's all I've done for movement. I didn't want to bring in my deep strikers, and I failed my outflanking.
On a roll of a 1.
So that's it.
That's it. Perfect. Okay, so that's a quick movement from Steve's Raven Guard, but very potent units moving up the field. So let's get some dice ready, do some shooting, and then go on to the all-important charges after that. Back, dice at hand, and we are going to start with the Sniper Squad, Recon Squad, firing into the Tactical Marines.
Again.
You can see them, right?
Actually, do you know what? I can.
Yeah.
I can see these though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'll do that squad, and handily they've still got a sergeant.
Perfect. Okay. So here we go. 5 shots.
Hit on threes.
1 miss. Not bad at all. And looking for those tasty 5s. That's 2.
2 and
Lovely.
a wound.
And a wound. Okay. Was it strength 5? Sniper strength 5?
Strength 5. Yes.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
We will go sergeant.
Sergeant. Okay. So feel no pain. And he doesn't feel the pain.
Sergeant.
Feel no pain? He does feel the pain. Okay, so Sergeant is gone.
And the Apothecary can take a save now.
Okay, cool. Perfect. They've got Artificer armor upgrade, so that's fine. Perfect. So Sergeant has the Power Fist. There we go. My 2 Power Fists are dead. That's not nice, Steve. What are you doing to me? Okay, so pass it to me. And shall we do Spartan next?
Yep, I've got another 5 shots. These are twin linked. Going into the Proteus.
The Proteus. I shall Shroud.
So 3 hit. We've got it.
Okay.
Different dice again. There we go. Okay. And I'm looking for 5s now.
Perfect.
That's cocked with Sunder. That's the cocked dice.
Okay.
With Sunder.
And now re-rolling because of Sunder. That is
1,
2 glances, right? Yeah, 2 glances. So intervening model 6 up and shrouded 5 up. That is 1 more down. So down to 2 left on him. And next up.
My last bit of shooting, deliverers are able to take multi-melters.
Yes, so and you've got 2, right?
I have 2 in the unit. You can take 1 per 5 models.
Lovely. 2 shots, twin linked as well?
They are twin linked, yes. So these are hitting on 3s.
That is 2 hits and 2d6 each for Armour Bane.
So first one
is a pen. Yep, pen. Yep.
No, that's a glance.
That's a glance.
That's
Yeah, we both clicked at the same time, and that is the pen. Okay, nothing I can do there. So you can. It's down to 1. No, it's gone then. But let's see if it explodes. And it does. Okay, so yeah, we'll do the explosion. That is 4, so it will catch some of yours. Makes me happy. Do you want to roll for the guys inside first?
Yeah, you've got 11.
11 because Khan is there. Yes. So let's do those quick 11, and then what we'll do is we'll measure the blast and do the rest off camera. So 11, 2 ups, strength 8, and that is a lot.
10.
10 in total. 1 miss. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to do it on. Oh, I do have Artificer Armour. Let's do 4 on Artificer Armour. So Artificer Armour, passes, and passes, and then these are 3 ups. 1 is slain. Perfect. So we'll do the rest off camera. All the blast probably will catch my red butchers. It'll catch the front line there. We'll make sure about it, and we'll come back and place the rampagers exactly with a not Spartan, Land Raider. And we're back. No Land Raider, and 1 less rampager. So I lost 1. I think we saw that. I think that was recorded. Yes, so we lost 1. I've taken a phalanx blade. I'm not going to lie. 1 broke, so I decided to take him off. But apart from that, I do have Merger Strike on the axes. So even though they're unwieldy, they are great against that unit. So I've left them there. But I hate those things snap constantly. Oh, they're too thin. Hate it. Constantly sticking them back together. Okay, and then off camera as well, we have done Fury of the Legion with this tactical squad, and actually managed to remove 1 tactical marine, so they're slowly disappearing. That is the end of the shooting phase. We've got some tasty charges now. So what are you going to do?
So as that was their transport,
you can
destroy
charge
it
them.
with this unit.
Yep,
I can charge
you can
that
charge
unit.
them.
So the deliverers will be charging into the rampages.
Okay, I shall be holding.
Okay.
There.
And I've already said what I'm doing with the dark.
Yeah, and it's an auto include there. Perfect. So do you want to roll for the charges?
Yeah.
I'm just going to quickly check how many Khan gives with his Waller trait, how many reactions he gets really quickly. You can roll as I look.
So this is for the deliverers. I haven't measured. It's going to be a big number.
5. So I'm quite sure that is correct. Because you need a
5.
Yeah, perfect.
So they're in. Dark Furies, I don't really need to roll, but I will.
Okay.
They had 3 because of their movement.
Yep.
14. That is 9. So 12 inches.
Okay. And I can move 1 more in your movement phase. I need to remember that. So both of them in hold the line. I need to do a test there, which I pass. And that's about it. So let's move everybody in and start the party. This is the party time, Steve. Party time. Here we go. We're starting off with the Rampagers, Khan, and the Deliverers. So here we go. We're both initiative 5. Khan and 2 of your models.
2 of my Deliverers, they've got power lances.
Perfect. So let's go ahead. We're going to do these three models, and then we're going to do all the initiative 4 and lower off camera, just because we need to roll like 200 dice. So let's do initiative 5 first. Here we go.
So I'm looking at your majority weapon skill 5. So am I. So 4.
Yep. So 4's 2 hits. That's 2 hits. Perfect.
And I am looking for 4's to wound.
4's to wound. That is a double 1, Steve.
Rubbish.
Okay. Is that it? Was it 2 attacks each?
That's 2 attacks because you held the line.
Okay, perfect. So I'm striking back with Khan now. My weapon skill is 7, so I'm hitting on 3s. And that is 2 misses. I don't think it is mastercrafted. No, it is not. So I need these. And then I am plus 1 strength. So I am strength 5 at the moment. So wounding on 3s. Oh, okay. So Merger Strike 3 up. So all of these are Merger Strike AP2. And I do have precision strikes. So what I'm going to do off camera, I will think about what I'm going to do. Kill the ones, and then we're going to go into initiative 4. But Steve,
I don't like the look of that.
no, that's actually quite brutal. Okay, we're back. We've decided to actually do the precision strikes on camera. So I'm going to give you the first one on the Primus Medicae, which has a 4-up invulnerable save.
Which he's going to pass. Yes.
That's a 6, okay. And then the next one on the Primus Medicae as well. Please die. Die. 4
Come
up.
on, another 6 would be nice. Yes.
That's a 6. Okay, and one more. Onto him.
And again. Oh,
Okay,
he dies.
so he dies. Doesn't he get his feel no pain? No.
It's instant death. You don't
Okay,
get it.
yeah, murder strike, yes, sorry. And then 2 are, I'm going to put onto the lightning claw, so there's extra goodness coming in.
So
So
4 ups.
Yeah. And that is
One
one
more
more,
dead.
dead. Okay, so still a lot of attacks coming into me, but I do have my phalanx blades striking at the same time as him. So it's going to be a bloody and glory battle, and we're going to see all that happens in just a second. We're back, and it was a massive bloodbath. So first of all, we started here. The Contemptor is basically dead. You were at initiative. You were striking initiative.
7 with Corax, and then 5 with the Dark Furies because they got Sunstrike.
So this is the Contemptor hasn't struck yet because he's initiative 4. He has been killed 3 times over, and but he has exploded a 4-inch blast. So we will be doing that on camera for your viewing pleasure. And then on here, I have actually won the combat. So I've lost 4 rampages. He's lost 3 in total,
3, but 6
including your Medicae, Primus Medicae, and I did do a wound onto Khan himself. So I've won combat. You are stubborn though, so do you want to roll for that?
I will do that. Leadership 9.
Okay. Oh, I saw the 6. I saw the 6. 6, 7, 8. That is fine. Nothing happens there. And then let's do the blast here. So how many in the squad
There's,
still? Is there 10, I think? 2, 4,
13,
5, 6,
I
7,
lost 1.
8, 9, 10. I think you lost,
I lost
1, right?
So there's 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 still. Okay. So choose to wound. And that is that many. So 11 saves, please. Do they have 2-up saves? Or 3-ups?
I've got a mix of saves in there.
Okay, cool.
So
it's
I've got Corax as well.
up to you what you want to do.
So I'm going to start on Corax.
Okay.
I'll take up to
Corax
2 wounds on
is,
Corax.
how many wounds has he got left?
I've got 5 remaining.
5 remaining, okay.
Yes, I'll take 2.
Okay.
So 2 up,
Oh, that's a 5.
2 up.
Oh, they carry on going in
Sorry.
there. That's a 5
Let's
again.
try this way. 2 up,
That's a 5. Perfect.
2 up,
That's perfect.
2 up,
Perfect.
2 up,
Perfect.
2 up.
Whoop.
Whoop.
Down to 4.
Feel no pain 5+.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll roll this.
Yeah, you can re-roll that one now. No, so he's
he's
down
taking another wound.
down to 4. And you need to.
I need
That's
that one again.
more.
Yeah.
Take these off for you.
So 2 up,
That's a pass.
2 up,
That's a pass.
2 up.
Ooh, feel no pain.
Feel pain.
No, so he's down to 3 wounds
And I'll
you have
take
to
this on a sergeant.
and a sergeant. Okay, 2-up save. Artificer armor. That's a pass. Perfect. So Corax is down to 3. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, I do have it will not die, so
I know.
might as well roll that now.
Yeah, might as well because that's the end. So let's see if you get a wound back.
I do
No,
not get a
you've
wound
not.
back.
Okay, so it's down to 3. No Contemptor. We're still stuck in combat there. And that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, that is the end of my turn.
Okay, perfect. So let's go on to turn 2.
There is one thing.
What is it?
Going to burn this objective.
Ooh, for 1 mighty point.
1 mighty point.
So did we get any first strike? We didn't, right? No one got break their lines, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, we just killed a couple of Marines each. So you are on the lead. First point of the game.
Wow.
1-0 to the Raven Guard. Going on to turn 2 for the World Eaters. Coming up next. Okay, we are back, and wow, this is looking like a gorgeous tame. Look at the scene. So World Eaters just listening to where the fight is. Basically, that's what's calling them. Like dogs when you blow a whistle. Basically. When they hear revving chain axes and clashing of axes and swords, that is where they move to. So that is exactly what I've done. So I have disembarked with my rampagers. I have moved up with my red butchers and my contempt. I've stayed put, obviously, with my tactical squad there in the end. They're in a good position with that objective mark on that side. And then all the guns have basically shuffled up and are now targeting Corax's unit. So we're going to get some dice, Steve. We're going to go into the shooting phase. Corax on 3 wounds is actually quite tasty because you need to risk it for a biscuit on those saves. And I think you are that kind of person. Let's see how that goes. Anyway, let's get some dice ready and fire those las cannons. Okay, we're back. We're going to start off with the Kratos because I'm angry that you didn't let me fire it last turn. So now it's very angry. So its bullets are angry. And they actually go to AP1. You just don't know it yet. Okay, so auto cannon first, because it is a hit. and that is all I need because it makes twin linked on the front. And 1 wound on the unit, and I'm firing into Corax, obviously.
So I'll take it on one of the choosers of the slain, the
Okay,
sergeants.
2 up saves. Ooh.
Yeah, but I do have an apothecary, but not that dice.
Change dice. No.
So that's 1 wound on
one
my
wound, okay.
chooser, so that's that guy there.
I'm trying to put a little wound before we forget. Okay. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. Here we go. That is 1 there. Perfect. Now, all my rest of my shots on the big turret weapon is twin link now, which I'm happy about. So hitting on 3s, and I shall twin link these dice. Oh, failed 1. Didn't want to fail any. Okay, and then it is. This is the Cardinal, by the way, for those of you asking. Volkite Cardinal. Strength is 7. Hitting, wounding on 2s. A couple of 1s there, and 1 more. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wounds, please.
9.
And you have to take it on that one, right?
Character, so I don't have to.
Oh, you don't have to.
But I'm
that's
going
true.
to.
But you're going to.
Yeah.
That is why the knights, the Dark Angel knights are so good, because you can just start placing a wound on each until everybody has a wound.
2s.
Okay, perfect.
2s.
That's a pass.
2s.
Ooh. So he
feel no pain.
Oh, he feel no pain, yeah.
And I need to
reroll that one, yeah.
So he's dead.
So he's dead. I'm taking up the way for you. And then you carry
It's
on.
that disco guy back there.
This one here?
Yeah.
How many do you have? Is it 3 with Artificer armor?
Yes, that's
3
just a
of them.
regular guy. I'm
Okay, cool.
3 up saves this time.
Okay, cool.
2 at a time. It's got 2 wounds. 3s.
Perfect. Carry on rolling.
3s. And 3s.
Okay, so I did 2 wounds. So I did need to deflagrate with that. That is a reroll that. Cocked. That is a wound because it is strength 7.
And 3s.
That is a wound. Feel the pain.
Oh,
Doesn't feel the pain.
he's actually started doing something.
Perfect. Yes, he's working now. Okay, so the rest of the shots, I've got 2 Volkite Cavaliers, which I can do really quickly. 3, 3. And then they are strength 6, so I can do these as well. So 5 and 5. I can do them all. They're all strength 5 and they're all in range. It's just the range that changes. So hitting on 3s. Take these off. That was a miss. That was a miss, and that was a hit. And then strength 5, so wounding on 3s. And that is another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, please. And they are all. No, it's 2s to 1s, but I think I didn't get any 2s. All yours.
Okay, so I'll carry on with that guy.
Okay, so 3 up
3s.
saves. Perfect.
3s.
He's been lucky. That's a wound.
Feel no pain.
Feel no pain. Ooh, he doesn't feel
nice.
the pain. He's a boss.
3s.
That 1 wound.
Feel
Feel
no
no
pain.
pain.
So he's taking his first
taking his
wound.
first wound.
3s. Oh, 1 at a time.
Oh, feel no pain
no
on
pain.
that. No, doesn't feel no pain. You can reroll that.
3s.
No, and feel no pain.
Feel no pain.
Nope.
So he's now dead.
Yep. Which is it this guy here in the back? This one?
Yep, that one.
Okay. So that one dead.
And I think the next one I'll do this tree jumping guy there.
Okay, yeah.
So he's on 3 ups as well.
Lovely.
3s and 3s.
Finishing off.
There we go.
Perfect. So I've wounded twice more. So deflagrates 2 more wounds, please.
And 3s.
1 wound.
Feel no pain.
Feel the pain. And he does feel the pain. So 1 wound on Tree Man.
Tree man.
So I'll put a wound here before we forget. Perfect. Obviously, you would have to do pinning, but obviously you have Primarch in the unit, which ignores pinning, which is pretty good. Let's move on to the last cannon. So I'm going to start with Mr. Predator here, 4 shots.
So I'm going to shroud on this one.
Shroud on this one, hitting on 3s. That is a good shroud, my friends, because I have hit with all of them. 2 to wound. That is 4 wounds, please.
So these will instantly kill models.
Yes. So do you still have, these are going straight into, no, these are just dead, right?
Well, I've got my shroud.
Shrouded, yeah.
And then each one that I failed is a dead model. Which will
So please fail them all, if you don't mind.
these are all
All
going to be
good.
5s and 6s. Or none of them.
Oh, there's 4 dead.
That's 4 models.
Okay, I'm just going to put a quick 4 here, and then we can remove whichever one you want. Another 4 las cannons from the other side. Now, you do have cover saves from the turret and the side weapon. So this is a shot with no cover save first, which is a hit, and there's a wound. So this goes straight onto
Corax.
Onto Corax, okay.
So 4 up.
No.
Followed by a 4-up for his natural shroud.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
down
another
to
wound.
2. Okay, and then I've got 3 shots, which you do have some cover save from the ruins in front. So 1 hit and 1 wound. So you do have a 5-up cover save,
5-up cover.
which is a fail. And you do have, oh, and that is
That's
another
it.
1 dead, right?
Yep.
So 5 dead. Not risking it now on 2 wounds with Korax.
No, it's a bit risky.
Okay, so next up we have the Land Raider, so another 4 shots. And the Heavy Bolter as well is going to go. So I'm going to start with the Heavy Bolter, change it up a bit. Twin linked. And that is 2 wounds, my friend.
2 wounds. So
Do you have any more 2-ups in there?
I honestly don't know. Maybe we should have a think about it.
Okay, cool. And what I'll do, I'll finish off the shooting phase off camera as well, because there's a lot of shots. I do want a Fury of the Legion over here as well. So it's going to bore you a bit. So let's make sure we're doing things right. Kill the dead pile, and we'll take the dead pile off the table, and then we'll come back for a little update. You're back, Steve. And you have less models on the table.
Quite a lot less.
Okay, take us through what's actually happened. So,
So you shot the Dark Fury squad with pretty much every las cannon in the world.
and more.
And more,
And
yes.
the extra guns. Yeah.
Basically I was relying on cover saves most
Yes,
of the time.
yeah.
The one shroud reaction that I did make, I ended up rolling 3s and 4s.
Yes, so
I
it didn't
get
really
there.
help. Apart from that, you were thinking on doing some more wounds on Korax, but you don't want to risk it at this point.
Yeah, 2 wounds. It's like if he gets into a combat, 2 wounds is a buffer.
Oof.
1 isn't.
Isn't, yeah. Hoping for it will not die this turn, and hoping that he's still there on the table anyway. And apart from that, I did Fury of the Legion with a lot of hits, right?
Yeah, that's
and you rolled a lot of 1s.
Yeah, I rolled 3 1s in total, and my Primus Medicae is not very good at his job.
he's not.
So he got literally fired
Yeah,
with bombs.
yeah. So no feel, no pain on that unit. Yeah. Now again, no pinning or anything like that because you're a Primarch. So it's just a 1 more Fury left.
That's Chaplain.
No, sorry, the Chaplain. Oh yes, so it's the Chaplain and Korax on 2 wounds. Perfect. That's all we've done. We've taken about half an hour to do all that. So we're going to go on to finish off my shooting phase with basically some las cannon shots onto the side of that Spartan. This would be, you know what would be amazing? Blowing up the Spartan.
No, that wouldn't be amazing.
Finishing it off like that. Hitting on 2s. That is 2s. So no flare sheet on the side, so looking for 5s and 6s. With Sunder. Dun, dun, dun. That is 1 glance.
Ooh, 1 glance.
I'm happy with that. 1 down to 5 left on the beautiful Land Raider. I've got Plasma Blasters, Strength 7, so can't do anything with there. We go on to the Chargers. So what I will be doing is, I think I'm going to risk it. I'm going to Korax with my Rampages. Because how many attacks does he have?
He has 6.
6. So he can kill 6, which he'll probably kill. And then I will have 4 guys trying to take some wounds off him. I'm going to risk it. I think this is the time to kill a Primarch.
Have they got Furious Charge?
They do have Furious Charge, yes. And obviously, being World Eaters, they get extra attack, so and that would be quite tasty. So I'm going to put the Red Butchers into your Deliverers, which I can't fail. That's the role I wanted for my Despoilers. So, okay, so do you want to react to anything like that?
Yeah.
You can hold the line.
Hold the line.
I still get my World Eaters
Yeah.
extra attack there, but
you don't get your Furious Charge.
But I don't get. So, hoping for a long charge. That is a 4, which is a 5, 6. So we will have to actually measure it.
Have a look.
And that is a. It's out.
It's out.
Okay, so I can't really do. I needed more than a 1. They're out. I'll move them. Sorry.
You needed that 6.
I needed that 6. Yeah. So they are basically out. I will move them. Red Butchers are in, so we do have some fighting to do, and that is coming right up. Remove those comments. I made a boo-boo. I should have charged the closest unit, which is this one. So at the end, it's actually done pretty well for me. But I am sorry. I'm sorry to Steve, and I'm sorry to the viewers. But I have charged now, obviously, into the closest units, which is these guys. Now, off camera, we've done Khan. He's done absolutely nothing. He just gave 2 Merger Strike wounds, which Steve passed. Yeah. And he's actually done his Spear, which is at Initiative 5, and killed 1 Rampager. Now, again, we're going to do all this on camera. There's like a total of like 100 dice to roll. It will take ages. We do have different weapons. So there will be a massive update of what this battle has actually gone into. And yeah, we're going to start rolling off camera and come back for a massive update on who this combat has been won. Sometimes I wish I don't switch the camera off, because basically he gave me the rent. He actually went with all his claws into this unit. As you can see, they're all dead. And he went through them, and then he gave me an extra 5 wounds? No, 6 wounds.
Yeah, 6.
6 wounds onto Khan. All of them were rending. I was on 2 wounds left, and guess what? I passed 5. Naughty Pardo. So Khan is down to 1 wound, but he does survive. Now, striking back, my phalanx only managed to kill 2 of your deliverers.
Yeah, 3 wounds in total.
1.5. And but what has done the damage is the Red Butchers for once. A lot of attacks, and all of them AP2 as well. That is a total of, I think it was 16 in total. 11 the first run and 5 that. So these are all AP2. Steve is about to either die or become a hero. Let's see. 4 up saves. Hero it is. That doesn't look... Oh, that looks like half-half, right? That's 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead.
4.
That's not bad, half.
Yeah.
So that is, you do still have 2 guys remaining, which you're going to leave, obviously, your claws, right?
Yeah, because my Chainfists are going to be striking at the same time anyway.
I'm about to attack to Khan.
Yeah.
So you're hunting for Slay the Warlord here. So 4 attacks in total. Hitting into Khan would be hitting on 5s, yes.
Come on, new pair of shoes and all that.
Oh! Let's not celebrate. You could roll 3 1s now.
I could.
And
I don't want to.
Okay, so that's 2.
There we go.
4 up
2 in
saves,
runs.
and no Eternal Warrior on him, even though I think that he should. So shall we do one at a time?
Yeah, go on.
Sweat a bit. 4 up. That is a 6. 4 up. That is a 2. That is Slay the Warlord and a kill, a massive kill. Khan not being in the fight makes me sad, but I do win combat in total by a lot, but you are stubborn, so we don't have to count basically what's happened. So roll off.
Looking for
9 because your
less.
sergeant is still there, right? That is a 10.
They're away.
Now, for those of you new, this is a rule that a lot of people miss. For cutting down, if there's multiple units trying to cut down, I only get the roll of a dice. I don't add my initiative, but I can equal it. So you have to roll first, and you basically have to roll low. If not, I basically can't catch you. That's basically good. 5 plus your initiative. I can't catch you with a d6, so basically you run away 2d6.
2d6.
And that is 6, 7, 8, 9. So we will basically run away. That finishes off my turn. I'll get my dead pile away. We'll count up points because I will be dropping that objective on that side for 1 point. Steve has already removed it for me. We'll count up points and we'll go on to Raven Guard's turn 3. No, because I'm going to do 4 attacks here, which I've just forgotten.
Oh, yes.
So I've got 3 attacks, 1 for World Eater, 1 for Charge. I've got 5 attacks. Just about to finish it off. That is hitting on 2s, yeah, because weapons go 1. And then my strength is 9, so you're looking for 5s. That is 2 pens.
What do you do?
Oh. 2 glances. So this is a immobilized, and this would become a weapon destroyed as well, right? He's down to 3 left. Weapon destroyed and a weapon destroyed. There we go. Steve's done it for us. And also immobilized. We need to forget that. And now we'll count up some points. We'll get the dead off, and we'll go on to Raven Guard turn 3. Okay, we are back. And even though it was a movement, a lot has happened. Things have died. Things have carried on running, and more things are on the table. So first of all, your outflank has failed again, but they will come in on turn 4, right? Automatically. Yeah. Your deep strikers come in. So 2 of your assault squads have landed. 1 here. 1 over there.
That was already there.
And that one was already there. Okay, so and this one I basically intercepted and killed not only the sergeant with artificial armor, but 1 more as well. Now I do have to do a quick pinning check, which I want to do to show because obviously they've landed very near. And that is a 6. That is a pass. Something else that I've spotted is that I was beside an objective.
Is it a pass? Your sergeant's dead, and Corax causes fear.
Ooh, that is a 6. So, you know, it is a fail. It is a fail. Okay, so I am pinned. And I just want to mention that I was within an objective, so I might have had some 4-up pains just in case some of you have captured that. Apart from that, they didn't regroup again, so the deliverers haven't stopped running, basically. They are carrying on running. And I think that's about it.
The tactical squad moved towards this objective.
And they've run towards that objective. Perfect. So that is the end of the movement. We do have some shooting. So let's get some dice ready, Steve, and go into that. We're back. And we've reversed it a bit. So first of all, we remember that the pinning would have been before the reaction. So we were just about to just mutually agree that we were going to put one back. And then I remembered that my Rite of War actually gives me a +1 to a maximum of 10 for pinning. So that was a past pin. So we basically removed him again. Now, moving on to shooting. What are we going to do?
Right, so I don't think I want to do a lot of shooting this turn.
Okay.
I think it's just going to be my Spartan and my Recon Marines.
Perfect.
Recon Marines will target the tactical squad again.
Yep.
And the Spartan, las cannon target him.
Yep, because you can.
I've just changed my mind.
Okay, so.
Recons are going to attack the Rampagers.
Lovely.
Both las cannons going into the Rampagers.
Perfect, everything into there. So let's start shooting. Recon squad first into the Rampagers.
So
I shall... All yours.
So 5 dice, 3 to hit.
Okay, so 2 hits.
I can't see that with the dice.
Yeah, it's a 2. Yeah, it's a rainbow dice.
And I'm looking
Rainbow
for...
dice, trust me, not you. So they'll fail with you.
And these are 3s and 5s rend.
3s and 5s rend. Okay, so 2. I do have my sergeant there, I believe, still. Yep, so 2 up saves. 2 up saves. That's for both passed. And then we've got 4 las...
3
twin link las cannons. Hitting on 6s though. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't shake it.
Didn't shake it.
You did serious damage instead.
Yes.
So these are 3s to hit, re-rolling.
Okay.
And that's a rainbow dice.
Yeah, I would shroud against this, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
And these are 2s to potentially make you go pop. That's 2 shroud saves.
2 shroud saves. So, do I? Okay, 2 shroud saves. 5 ups. 2 dead.
2 dead.
So I shall go with. Problem is these are AP3. I'm gonna take the axes off. There we go. Axes are off.
And I just noticed I've still got Multi-Melta. I can snap shots at them.
Yep, perfect. Through the windows of the room.
I will roll 2 dice for the twin linked thing.
Okay, and that's it. Hoping for 6 in one of them.
There we go. Hits.
It's 6s, right? 2 hits?
Oh, yeah, 6s.
Running, yeah.
So,
perfect. Okay, so that is the end of your shooting then. And we've got some charges. Do you want to do the charges now on camera?
Yeah, there's only going to be 1 charge.
1 charge. Which is...
I'm actually going to charge the Rampagers.
Okay, with Corax.
With Corax and the Assault Squad.
And the Assault Squad. Yeah, because he's attached
joined
to
them now. Yeah.
By the way, Corax got 3 points for Slay the Warlord just because of his Warlord trait or right? No, because of the Rite of War.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to charge into here. I will hold the line, which I do. So, do you want to roll for the charge? You can't really fail it.
Can't
just
really
see
fail it.
the back guys, how much they move.
+2 to this
Okay.
for jump backs. 4.
They're in anyway because that is base. But they're moving and we'll get some dice ready and go into the fight. Go back in combat now. We've done a lot of combat off camera. We're going to do it on camera now because there's less attack. So Corax is striking first. Then we'll have the Chaplain with reach 1. Then we have my Champion or Sergeant with initiative 5. And then we've got everybody else chewing in. So Corax first.
Corax, you held the line, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So I'll only get 7 attacks. What I will do is I will use his fighting stance where he gets murderous strikes 4+.
Okay, perfect.
So he is weapon skill 6 against 5, so he's hitting on 3s. Or his weapon skill 7.
7, so hitting on 2. Hitting on 3 still, anyway. All hits, or one miss?
No.
1 miss?
2 misses.
2 misses, yeah.
They're both rainbow dice.
I know. I told you. They like my
so
voice, not yours.
I've still got a Chaplain in the unit.
Okay.
First round of combat, so hatred. 1 more hit. I'm strength 6 against toughness 4, so this is 2s.
Yep, and murder strike 4 up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So that is 1,
3
2,
dead.
3 just dead.
Yep.
And 2 wounds. AP2.
2. So that is one more dead then.
So what I would like to do, Primarchs can allocate their hits. They don't have precision strikes. So what I would like to do is get as many of my strikes in as possible. So have you got any special weapons?
Just the Meteor Hammer.
So I'll take the Meteor Hammer as one of the instant deaths.
Okay.
And then you can allocate the rest.
Okay, so basically 2 wounds at AP2, right?
So 1 instant death, 2 instant deaths to allocate, and then 2 AP2s.
2 AP2, so basically it's 4 dead then.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so still 4 alive. You do have your Chaplain next.
I do have my Chaplain.
I've taken my Meteor Hammer, so everything else is AP4 basically.
So the Chaplain, he has 4 attacks again because of Hold the Line. That's 3 attack standard, 2 combat weapons. Should note that the Hammer of Wrath did nothing when it came in.
Yes.
It hit and wounded, but all
I passed all my saves, yeah.
So these are hitting on 4s because same weapon skill.
Okay.
But he does have Hatred.
Yes, sir.
Again, not the same dice.
And Hatred is, even if disordered, he still gets Hatred, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So that is
3 hits. Yeah. Strength?
Strength, 4.
Okay.
So these are 4s to
4
wound.
to wounds. So 1 wound. AP?
AP3.
AP3. So goes 2. And 1 is on 1 wound then. And there we go.
And then it's just the weapon skill at the Initiative 4s now,
Initiative
isn't it?
4, which is all of mine and all of yours.
So we're going to do that off camera, won't we?
Yes, let's do that off camera. I'll quicken up the game. And you also have some AP Initiative 1 weapons, so we can follow up with that as well. So, catch you back in a second. Okay, we're back. And it actually didn't go as well for Steve as we thought it would. I actually managed to kill the Chaplain. And because he did some saves off camera onto the Chaplain instead of some of the more assault moves. He didn't opt to. It was just that these guys were but too far to actually strike. So he had to go into the Chaplain. Sadly, those ones kept on coming, and the Chaplain is now removed. Now, he has one combat, a -4 because of fear. So, ouch. That's not nice. Do I have stubborn? Need to check. Might have stubborn. That's an 8, so we need to check. And we're going to go straight live here on camera and check if they have stubborn. So, because I think the Red Butchers have fearless. So let's see if these guys do get something. Rampager squads, they have stubborn. So leadership 8, so they stay. Because, no, does fear remove? No, it's inexorable. Inexorable, it does affect.
Yeah.
But not this. Perfect, so we stay. Steve, what's going on? Perfect. Is that the end of your turn? No, we do have to do this combat, right?
Yes.
So I have 3 attacks, hitting on 2s, and looking for... How many hull points do you have left?
3 remaining.
3 remaining. This is 3 5s for you. No, that's only 1 more. And it is a glance only, so...
Down to 2.
Perfect. What else do you have? Anything else? No, right? That
all I've
finishes
got
off.
now is scoring stuff.
Scoring. So, what do you want to do?
So I'm going to take.
You can take 2.
And I think, is this contested?
That's contested.
I can't take that. So I will take the one over here, which is why I ran. Oh no,
that's the one.
The one here, which is why I ran the assault squad over here.
Perfect. Okay, so that's another 2 points, taking you to 6-1. Just in case you missed it and you're painting on your painting desk, he did get Slay the Warlords, which grants him an extra 2. What are those dice for?
These dice are for. I've got 1 too many. It will not die.
Okay. So, hoping that this will be pretty tasty if you can get it, because there's a lot of shots going into you now.
It's a Raven God dice, so it's going to do it.
No. Down to 2, and I'm happy about this because I've got not a lot of guns going into them, but obviously there is some stuff going into with a lot of AP2, which actually does the business there. Perfect. On to turn 3 for the World Eaters. Coming and we're back. Movement now over. Just shuffled up with the tanks. There's not a lot of things I can actually shoot at, and not a lot of things that are going to impact the game for me shooting at it. So I've moved up, I've run up with my tactical squad just behind the bushes there, and that has made this unit react and go towards the tank for a bit of more extra cover. I'm going to blow that, so they're going to blow with him. And there's just 2 more objectives to place. There's one here, this is why I'm running up, and this one. So if I actually remove all this, I can basically get an extra point here at the very end. Now, let's go on to some shooting. So this 2 las cannon squads actually can just about see. You will have a cover save there. Do you want to shroud? You do have battle hardened, so I need them all to go.
No.
Okay. So hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s. That is 2
4-ups.
4-ups, yeah. Perfect. And then we've got the heavy bolter, which is twin linked. And 3s. That is 3 wounds, 2-up saves. Lovely. Then we've got the Contemptor firing into the Spartan with his 2 las cannon shots. Both hits, looking for 5s and re-rolling because of Sunder. Nothing. Then we've got that las cannon Predator. He's going to do 1 las cannon into the assault squad, and the rest is going to go into the Spartan. Do you want to shroud?
I think I will shroud with these.
Shroud that. It's only 1 las cannon going to them.
Oh, I won't shroud them.
Okay, so 3 into the Spartan. That's all hits, and then 5s to Sunder. That is a pen and a glance.
So it's a wreck.
So you do have cover saves from 6 up from the woods. So you do
this
need
is
to
the
do.
penetrating,
Okay.
and this is the other one.
So it's down to 1, right?
1, yep.
The penetrating was failed, so we'll see if it explodes. Doesn't explode, and it's down to 1 remaining. Okay, and then finishing off, we've got this Predator firing into. Oof, I'm going to fire into them actually. So 4 shots into them. Do you want to shroud?
I will shroud with those.
Okay. So that is 3 hits, 2s to kill, only 1, which you might even pass that shrouding save.
I get cover save for firing 3 units.
Yes, 6 up,
6 up.
followed by 5 up shroud.
Oh,
There we go. So he 1 is splat, 1 goes splat.
that one.
Okay, and then we have. Can you check? Can I see your deliverers with my turret weapon?
No, you can see the fueled canisters on that.
Okay, so we'll say no to that. I don't think I can see that unit either.
Nope.
So I believe that is redundant from them. So no more shooting from the craters for another turn. Oh yes, I can shoot these recon squads. So I might as well do that. 12 shots. I'll do the autocannon for that twin linked goodness, which I fail. So no twin linked goodness. 6, 2, 4, 6. So main gun here. 12 shots. Twin link. No twin links, which I failed with my autocannons. And that is a total of 2, 4, 6, 7, sorry, 8 wounds on them.
What was the range on that one?
On the big ones, it's like 48.
'Cause the 30 range one won't hit.
Won't hit, okay, cool. I think the rest are all 40 something, if I'm not mistaken.
So these are 3s.
Yep,
So 2 are dead.
2 dead, so 2 deflagrate, which is 1 more, please. And then the rest are all range.
That's another one dead.
Oh, and then that is range 45 on the rest.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that is fine. So 5, 10 more shots. 5 and 10 more shots. So that's 2 left now.
Yeah, 2 remaining.
So that many, and choose to wound. There's another 3, 6, 7 wounds, please. 2 remaining. 3 up saves.
3 ups. Oh, back to these.
Yeah.
I've got the inherent
The shrouded.
6 plus shroud. so
More
I'll
than
do
8
those
inches
now.
away, right?
Yeah.
So 6 ups,
So
1 more
one of
back.
them's still
So there's
alive.
3 alive at the moment.
So it's 7, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So these are 3s.
So that is 2 dead.
But I get my shrouded.
Yep, 6 ups, and then I'll deflagrate after that. Da-da-da. So no shrouded, deflagrate for an extra 2 wounds, please. And he's dead.
And the shrouded.
Oh, ooh, they could not be dead. And he's dead.
So close.
Okay, so that's the recon spawn dead. And that is the end of my shooting. I'm just going to do a quick charge, which are the red butchers, into you. And they're in. So again, gory business coming into here. And we'll do this off camera and come back for any important saves, if any at all. Steve, how are you feeling? Not very good.
I'm feeling okay.
So Korax actually removed 3 of the Rampagers with Murderous Strike, and 1 was wounded by a power axe, which is not there anymore. And the Red Butcher's doing the working as well. AP2 on all the attacks, re-rolling because of hatred. Oh, they're finally doing some work. Now, all these wounds are actually going into Corax. You weren't lucky because I was hitting on 3s just because Corax, there was a majority weapon skill. And then I was wounding quite easily as well because of majority. And 5 attacks each, 25 attacks in total, 26 attacks in total. So yeah, not very nice. So the rest of these are going into Corax. Good luck, my friend. I hope for the best. 4 up saves, 2 left. That is a pass. Oh, let's do it this way. That's 1 wound left.
1 left.
He's still alive.
No!
He is slain. Corax has fallen. This is great. Basically fallen, proper fallen. And that is the end of this attack. Do I get? I don't think there's price of failure or anything for price. I think you just get. I think Slay the Warlord is just 1 extra attack. It's not there. It's one of the front pages. But I think it's just 1 more for Slay the Warlord. I'm going to try and finish off your Spartan though to finish off my turn. Here we go. 3 attacks from the Dreadnoughts. That is 3 hits. And then looking for 5s and 6s. There it is. But look, this is a 6, which I might be able to explode. And it does. 2, 4, 5. How far first? Gets everybody.
4 gets everyone.
So, do you want to try and wound my Contemptor?
Yeah, sure.
With a 3 up. Can't see that. It is a wound. 12 save. Ooh, he wounds. And then I'm going to wound your 6 Marines left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 2 ups. That is 3, 4, 5, please. 3 up saves. No Artificer armor on that unit.
Nope.
Here we go. 3 up saves. Come on, take me some with me. That is 2. I don't mind that. Not bad at all. Spartan removed, Contemptor wounded, less Marines on the table, but most importantly, no Corax. We are back for turn 4, the last turn of the game. Steve, you must be sad. You've just had no retreat. This is like the end.
Yeah.
The last turn of the weekend, basically. This finishes off your holidays. So, but you leave tomorrow, right?
Leave tomorrow, yeah.
Okay, so we still have a bit of partying to do. Okay, so take us through your movement, because I've sadly not been paying attention. I've been counting points, which I'll go into that now.
So I did finally pass my roll to bring the javelins in because I didn't have to make a roll. So javelins have automatically come in this turn.
Yeah.
The aim of this turn is to try and just prevent scoring rather than trying to score now. So I brought the 2 individual javelins in. This one hopefully should be able to take care of the Predator.
Yep.
If it doesn't, I've got this that can back it up. But if it does, I've got this Lone Rampager here as an unlucky target. I've moved the Assault Squad forward because I'm well aware that Pardo has a turn after mine.
Yes.
And if I can either cut these down or pin them in place, it'll prevent them from capturing that objective in the World Eater's turn. My Deliverers finally regrouped. So they just moved around the building to try and not get shot in the face with las cannons again. Okay. They're finding that they're quite allergic to that. And the last thing I did was I moved my tactical squad into the building. So again, there's no line of sight, so they can't get shot at.
I'll explain a bit about why that we're doing. So at the moment, the score is 6-4, because I did get 2 tasty points for killing Corax. The only chance I have to win the game, or to draw, is to score this last objective here. So I did consolidate my Red Butchers up so that if he wanted to move his tactical squad up, I would be contesting, and that tactical squad would certainly not take out the Red Rampages. Now, there is a certain couple of points I can get. I can move up my tactical squad and score the objective at the end of the turn for 1 point. And also there is Bloodied and Unbroken, I think it is. No, that's the defensive one. I've got it here, Steve. I've got it here. I think it's basically having more units on the table than myself. Here we go. It's called Break Their Ranks. So I score points if I have more units than you on the table. Which at the moment I do. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units on the table. So I would be scoring 1 point. With the addition of the objective, I would go into a draw. But this secondary also grants me an extra point if I have double the amount you have. So it can go to the very, 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 very final shooting phase and assault phase if this goes. So there is a chance for me to draw or win this if I actually get that objective in the middle. So with that said, let's get some dice ready. Hopefully he uses the rainbow dice, who don't like Steve, just like me. And we're going to go and do some shooting coming up next. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off by shooting the back of the Predator. I will be shrouding because I want to survive as much as possible. Here we go. 2 las cannons, 2 melters.
One multi-melta.
1 multi-melter.
So this is 3s to hit. The
Yep.
white one re-rolls.
Okay,
That's 2 hits.
perfect.
And I am within melter range, so I use the black dice for the melter.
Yep,
Here we go. What are we going to get? We need 10 or more.
yes. So,
So
that
is
is a...
10 on the las cannon.
Yep, so is a glance, sadly.
And that is a more on the multi-melta.
Yes. So I'm going to do the melter first. 5 up shrouded. Oh, he loves it. Las cannon. Oh, he loves it. What do you think about that, Steve?
Well, I think I'm glad I've got that javelin
Yes,
over there.
and no shrouded this time.
No shrouded.
Okay, so sidearm of a Predator, I think it's 12 still, isn't
I think
it?
it's 12.
Yeah, okay, so let's carry on and shoot some stuff. You are in melter range anyway, so
Yes,
you can go ahead and do
I
that.
need to hit first.
Yes. Which you failed
twin
twice.
linked.
Oh, it is twin linked, but I've cursed you
my-
already.
yeah.
I was going to say, where's your
Oh,
where's
that's a rainbow dice. I can't use it.
Where's your change of dice?
You've cursed most of my dice.
Okay, so side is 12, yes.
After all that.
Oh, there's a miss as
One
well. So
last
it's only
cannon.
one
Oh,
last
no.
cannon. I think it's going to do it. It's going to be the hero. Looking for 5s with Sunder. It is a 1, but you do Sunder.
Using that dice again.
No, not looking for 5s. Looking for 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 is for 2
Threes.
glance.
That was less.
You
than that.
want a penetrating though.
Yeah.
That is a
2.
2, so it doesn't even glance. Steve! Steve! What's going on? This is really good for me. Okay, so next up we have... Do you want to shoot? There's nothing you can shoot with these guys. You're just hiding
I
away.
want them to not be visible.
Do you want to charge?
I want to charge over here.
Okay, so I will Overwatch.
Yeah.
And I get 3 shots, right? Fury of the
Yeah,
Legion.
you've got Fury of the Legion,
So
give me.
let's do that off camera and see how many I can take down. Total of 13 bolter shots going through. Do you have Artificer armor?
I do not have Artificer armor.
That makes me much happier.
That
Okay,
makes me
so
sad.
3 up saves. Here we go.
Okay, no pressure. No pressure. Come on. That's looking good.
Okay, so that is
2.
2. Lovely. That is really good. Okay, so 2 removed. That means that there is a lot still to go in. So do you want to charge?
I do want to charge.
Lovely.
I wouldn't have taken that if I didn't. So here we go.
And they're in. Perfect. So we'll get in, we'll do all the attacks off camera and come back to see how many have actually gone through. I also have chainswords upgrades on them, so I get an extra attack. Perfect. Let's go and kill each other, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back, and it's been bloody. Our chainswords are red, basically.
Yeah, they're not turning anymore so much blood in
basically.
them.
So take us through what's happened. So we challenged first.
Yeah, I challenged, and despite having a charnable glaive,
Yes.
I got
failed
killed
to
by an
wound.
apothecary with a chainsaw. So
You
that-
failed
that
to
didn't go well.
wound. Yeah, it's actually quite embarrassing. But then the troops that were with him actually did their job and managed to kill a total of 6 in total. So you've lost 2. I've lost 6. I've got a Legion Vixilia.
Yeah.
So I've lost by 3 actually, not
yeah.
3. So let's see. Can I hold the line? I can't. Do you want to cut me down, my friend?
Oh,
That is a 5.
I lose my warlord trait, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I'd have
because
had
your warlord is
Crusader
dead.
if he was still alive.
Okay, so that's a 5. And that is a 4.
Get
So
away.
I do get away, 2d6 to move that. Now, there we go. Now, we're quickly going to do something because you have actually stopped me from scoring the last objective,
Yeah.
which was the only chance for me to win the game. Now, for that secondary, for more models on the table, let's count models up because I don't think I have to do my turn. So I have at the moment 1, 2, well, they're falling back, so that doesn't count.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that correct?
Looks
1,
right
2,
to me.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many units do you have?
I have a 1, 2,
3,
3, 4, 5.
Okay, so that means that I score 1 for having more than you. but I need to have double. So I need to go into my turn, and I need to kill a full unit to draw the game. So let's get my dice ready and hope for that draw. Steve is trying to hide, but he can't, because I can see underneath the table. That's basically what the Assault Marines are doing. Now, everything's moved up. I have moved up my Rampagers. I can actually get a cheeky charge with a -2 for moving through the cover, but because of my Rite of War, I do have a +2 as well. So, actually, these guys, I'm going to shuffle up the field, this, and run up the field actually as well. There we go. Now, here we go. We shall be doing this. What we shall be doing is I shall be shooting all the las cannons I can have. So I'm going to start with Plasma Blasters. That is 2 hits. And that is 1 dead and 1 wound. Okay, that's a pass. 2 las cannons, 1 hit, 1 dead. So that is 2 dead in total, a Plasma Blaster and a thingamajig. 4, I'm going to do all the las cannons together from this side. So that's 4 and 4. So that is 8. Hitting on 3s and killing on 2s. That is another 2, 4, 5.
Just 1 left.
1 more left. So I'm going to do this one, which you do have a cover save because of the trees. So that is 4 hits. And this is to draw the game, Steve. That is 2 hits, 2s to wound, 2 wounds.
And a shroud as well.
You're going to shroud. Okay, so 6 up followed by a 5 up. That is 1. And you do have a 5 up now, sir.
Come on, 5 up. No pressure.
That is a 1,
it's
as
a
you can see.
dice as
It's a
well.
Pardo dice as well. Now, I do have my Kratos. But what I will do is, I'm not going to do, leave it. I want to do something.
I rolled a 1.
I want to charge, no, that was, oh, okay,
Oh,
yes.
one.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
dead.
that was a 1.
Yeah.
Sorry. He's dead. I wanted to charge it with my Dreadnought just to grab it up in there and show everybody my victory. So, Steve, that's a draw. How about that? That's the best finish to a game.
That was close.
That was close. So what actually has won it is that secondary for me, which is bonkers. But I killed Korak, so that's a win,
No,
right?
it's not. It's a loss.
You killed Khan though.
I did.
You did in combat
With
as
a
well.
regular mook.
In combat as well. Perfect. That's a draw. Cracking game. Let's talk about it all in the end of game conclusion coming right up. And there we have it, the end of the game and a draw for both the Raven Guard and the World Eaters. Cracking game,
Yeah.
bloodbath, close combat bloodbath, which is what we enjoy, both legions enjoy the most. But still a lot on the table for the World Eaters, and actually that's what's won me the game.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of wrong colour on the board.
Last man standing. So I had double the units, which we've actually been talking about that actually helped him at the very end, because the speeders that didn't come in, actually I had to kill an extra unit because of it. Because maybe one of them would have been dead because I had a lot of shots to fire into things. Anyway, Steve, take us through the game. Would you have changed anything? That's my first question.
No, not at all.
I think you played it very well. Aggressive, went in for the units. You hunt down those line units as well. And prevailed. Korax was a bit, I think he lost a couple of wounds at the very beginning, which
That's
he shouldn't.
the unlucky rolls.
That's
I
the
feel.
unlucky
Yeah.
ones. And it was good. Like, I was happy that you were coming towards me, because sometimes with this list, what happens is that I charge my initial units, especially with the Red Butchers, and then suddenly my Red Butchers are like, okay, now there's nothing to kill. I can't run. I can't really get into anything. So, but there was things to kill constantly in front of me. So I was happy with that. List-wise, are you happy? Obviously, you've come out from no retreat. Are you thinking already of tweaking the list and making changes?
So I like the list as it is. I don't really want to change it. If I do something different, I'll do something different.
Okay.
I didn't win very many games this weekend, but I had a lot of fun with it.
And they were very close as well, you said,
Well,
right?
very close. Other than this game, pretty much all my games I almost tabled most of my opponents.
Okay, but lost it anyway.
But lost the games because I had like a small amount of scoring.
Amazing, cool. And what's your man of the match for this one?
Tactical squad.
Yeah.
100-point tactical squad. That got me 2 of my 6 objectives.
And run away to
Yeah,
live another
yeah.
day as well. For myself, I can't believe I'm saying this, I'm going for the Red Butchers.
Yeah.
They butchered for the first time in Horus Heresy 2.0, and I'm very happy with them. Now, I wanted to take them off my list, but I think they deserve having another couple of games in my list, so I'll probably keep them coming. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us in today's game. Steve, I want to finish off with your shop.
Yes.
Steve has a hobby shop. How lucky is he? He owns it, he works in it. Talk us a bit about where it is, if people want to get to it or buy from you. Do you have a Facebook page or social media?
So I don't have an online presence at the moment, but I'm based or located, should I say, in Paignton in Devon.
Okay.
It's a sleepy seaside town, but not much goes on. Got really great gaming community, really close. If you ever are in the area, check us out.
Perfect.
And my dog works with me.
That's the message. And we need the name of the shop.
It's Devil Dog Gaming.
Devil Dog Warby. Amazing. Wayne, Steve, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for being a participant and No Retreat as well. And hopefully we'll see you in the future again in the studio, because we need a rematch now. It's like a draw.
Oh, yeah.
Has to be. It's in the clause. It's the contract. It's in the contract. So thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for supporting us. If you want more content, head over to SM Plus. Link is below. Become a member and get extra awesome Horus Heresy content. With that said, that's the end of us for today. We'll catch you in the next one very soon. Goodbye.